The 10 most trending comic books in the world, and the first is an Adam Hughes homage. Number 10 on the list, Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, Chaos Agent, issue number 1. This is a 1 in 25 Adam Hughes homage by Sarah Pacelli, hitting $40 average sales. One of my favorite parts about this homage, outside of it just being classic as hell, is that there's Easter eggs in the sign. The original Catwoman 51 cover actually has the Lost numbers. Remember the show Lost,
Do I remember?
Ryan?
Do I remember? Okay, come on, keep going.
What
Back
are the
to
numbers,
it.
Ryan?
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
And now the world is saved. Well, my buddy Davis Ryder actually did a Vampirella variant earlier this year. And the Easter egg, I won't spoil it, but if you can figure it out, put it in the comment section what the sign means that Vampirella is holding. There's a lot of really cool stuff happening in Star Wars comics right now. I hear. I'm more of a Trekkie. But Dr. Aphra takes place post Return of the Jedi, filling in a gap that has never been told. We also have Legacy of Vader coming out, which tells the story of Kylo Ren, and Jedi Knights, which takes it way back to the prequel series. A lot of Star Wars for the picking, and they're filling in gaps that people have been waiting on.
We got 2 brand new books to kick off the list this week. The number 9 book is also new this week. Fantastic Four Fanfare number 1. This is the 616 day variant. That was like a surprise one per store cover. This one is seeing $20 average sales, and the artwork is done by Greg Land, who also has another book featuring on this week's Trending 22. Go check that out. That's the 1 in 25 variant for Emma Frost, the White Queen.
Dude, is that the package that's at the shop right now that we haven't opened up yet?
Is that what the 616? I assume it is.
Follow us on Instagram. We're going to go open that up today and post it there.
It says do not open until 616, and I think we missed the date. We missed it, so maybe we just have to throw it in the trash now. This is like a Fantastic Four anthology. It's got several different short stories in here. There's going to be further issues as well, but honestly, if you're a Fantastic Four curious person at all, you have to check out the current ongoing run from Ryan North. That is possibly the best comic book at Marvel right now.
Marvel celebrating the 616 universe with a classy move, making dope comics for the collectors. Number 8 on the list, Uncanny X-Men. Number 160. This is when Ilyana Rasputin becomes an adolescent because she debuts in Giant Size X-Men as a kid, and then she's brought into the X-Men run as a young adult. So like this right here could be arguably her like actual first appearance, because the first one is so minor.
She gets like saved by like a tractor or something, right?
She gets saved by Colossus, who actually is the person being introduced in Giant Size. So it's not really about her, but it is her. We're seeing $40 average sales, $176 for a recent CGC 9.8. Now, I'll take it back a few months. There was like light rumors that Anya Taylor-Joy may reprise the role as Magic. We're hearing now confirmed announcements this week that we have the director of Thunderbolts attached to the next mutant movie. The mutant era is coming. The Spec time is now. These books are so cheap. If you're looking to hunt down X-Men titles for your PC or get ahead of the curve, I think today's the day. Also got to mention the, Maxi series. Magic is coming to an end with issue number 10. So they're going to be doing some more stuff with Magic soon. I just want to see Anya Taylor-Joy back on the screen.
Now we have it here at number 7, one of my favorite books of the last year, Aliens.
Single issues, by the way. One of my favorite single issue books of the last year.
He's not wrong. Aliens versus Avengers, issue number 1. This book came out all the way in August of 2024. More on that in a minute. We're seeing $10 average sales for this book, and a CGC 9.8 just hit $115 like last week, because issue 4 just came out this week. This is a 4-issue miniseries, and it finally just ended.
Did you say August?
4 issues. And
it's just hitting me now.
Yeah.
4 issues. It's June.
It's about a year to put out 4 issues.
It's just hitting me right now how long it's taken them to get these. This is such a great title.
Phenomenal title. Jonathan Hickman and Asad Ribic are absolutely destroying the game with this book. It's a must read. However, if you were like me, reading it issue by issue, waiting patiently for 3 to 4 months in between issues, it's a pain to read issue by issue. The trade is solicited, so go to your comic shop, pick that up, because once this thing gets collected in one volume, it is a must read.
Calling it right now. When the trade comes out, there's going to be a resurgence of interest in this title because it's so damn good. They just, unfortunately, I hate to say it, last Ronin this title. Such delays to get this out just destroyed the hype, and it is criminal because it's so damn good.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Alien Paradiso. It's like a casino heist alien xenomorph story that just recently wrapped up. That's another good 5-issue, I think maybe 6-issue miniseries. Go check that out too. I really enjoyed that one.
The Alien show is about to drop, man. This is a great time to be into xenomorphs. Number 6 on the list. Do not buy. Just don't buy.
I will also say do not buy. Not a fan.
Okay, so we got Sandman number 1. All right, Neil Gaiman, 1989. All right, 150 average sales, $396 for a CGC 9.8. Okay, A lot of stuff going on with Neil Gaiman. We're not here to talk about that. What I'm here to talk about is that this is a plus $1,000 book now trending at below $400. And the only reason why it's trending at an increase of 325% is because the final season, that's kind of a miracle that it's even still happening on Netflix because of Neil Gaiman's impact to the IP in which he created. Don't buy this book right now because not only is it tanked to all hell, if you're a fan of Sandman, which is one of the best comic books of all freaking time, buy it after the show because we're not seeing it again on the screen, probably ever.
That's a fair point. Now seems like the time to not get this book, but I've heard that they are trying to shove as much of the remaining plot lines from the comic book into this second final season of the show because this is it. You know, I didn't watch the first season, but I imagine they were planning to go for quite a while. Turns out your show got canceled. You got to wrap it all up in one final second season. So it should be good if they're cramming a bunch of the best, greatest hits of the whole comic book run into one final season. Who knows?
And now we have number 5 on the list. Do yourself a solid and download Key Collector Comics. Code TOM101 unlocks a free 2-week subscription of the app. There are more books on this list that we don't cover. And you got to know if you have them in your back issue bin. And you support the show. Battle Beast number 1, because Battle Beast 2 just came out this week. I looked up on eBay, so many sales on Battle Beast 1 to this day. Those blind bags are still selling strong.
We are seeing $4 average sales, I believe, for cover A of this book, and a 156% increase overall because, like Tom said, issue 2 just came out. That's a pretty clear reason why we're seeing people scoop up issue 1. And the fact that there's this much movement on it after it has been out for a month implies that the hype is, out over the moon for this book. I skipped it. I did not read it. I am not as big on Invincible as a lot of people are. However, I do like Robert Kirkman, especially when he kind of steps out of his bounds. I love Void Rivals right now from the Energon universe. And he just announced his new next upcoming book with artist / co-creator David Finch, who has been kind of absent from interiors for quite a while. So this should be a cool book called Skin Breaker.
Dude, I hit up Image and I was like, yo, can I please do a retail variant? And they're like, nope, no retail variants. This is Robert's baby. He's going to do what he wants. It's what he does. That's why you don't see, by the way, Spawn retail variants and a bunch of different covers because Todd McFarlane does what he wants. It's why you also don't see a lot of Invincible retail variants because Robert Kirkman, he don't got to do anything. It's his baby, you know? He's got that FU money, you know?
He's earned it, I guess. I guess he's earned it.
The Skin Breakers looks freaking dope, like humanoid swore a little bit. I'm getting
That's
excited.
how excited he is.
Dude, humanoid creatures in like the wilderness. The art looks outstanding. And we got David Finch on this.
Yeah, it gave me Berserker vibes in a really good way. I'm excited to read that one when it comes out. I think in September.
Then here's just another reason to download Key Collector Comics. Because when there's one comic book that has like 100 different variants, this is a place that you can see them all, the prices, the pictures to tell the difference between them.
What book are we talking about?
We're talking about the number 4 most trending comic book in the world, Action Comics number 1 from 1938. I mean, oh damn, would you believe it that the most important superhero comic is now trending? Because everybody's getting the $4.6 million average selling.
That's an average number?
Book.
Yeah.
Okay. This number is kind of a weird one. It's like gonna have a cheat number.
This has never been on the list before, the Hot 10 or the trending list. I had to do a double take here. There's only 44 slabs of this book total on the census, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Dude, it's the most important comic book of all time. Now, it's not technically the first printing that is trending this week. It's all the printings. The James Gunn hype is real. We are seeing a flood of every freaking reprint sell of Action Comics number 1. There are a lot of them. Just put a bunch of them on the screen, Jalen. I'm like, there's just plenty of them to choose from if you can't afford a multi-million-dollar comic book.
If you don't have $4.6 million just laying around, yeah, go check out one of these Action Comics reprints. Also, if you were a comic reader like myself, Superman Unlimited number 1 just dropped a couple months ago.
Got Absolute Superman right now, killing the game.
Jason Aaron is slaying Absolute Superman. Go read that if you are a comic fan. If you're not a comic fan, maybe trying to get into it for the first time, you could do a lot worse than Superman Unlimited from Dan Slott and artist Raphael Albuquerque. It's pretty intentionally constructed to be extremely new reader friendly, and it's really good too.
Dude, pick up the Absolute Superman Mark Spears variant. I mean, like, there's a reprint. You don't have to pay $100 for issue 1 to jump onto the series. You can catch up with some really cool covers at your local LCS. Shout out your LCS in the chat if you have one. Make sure to put the city they're located in. And let's move on to number 3 on the list with, oh, I love this book, dude. We were talking about The Fourth World last week, and I said, completely underrated. This right here is prime to be added to your PC. We need to give some love to Kirby. We are seeing more Kirby love this week than we've seen in 2+ years.
What happened 2 years ago?
I don't know. I just feel like it's safe to say because number 3 on the list is New Gods number 1.
Correct. New Gods number 1 from 1971. We're seeing $180 average sales. However, a CGC 9.8 just sold for $1,432 back in April, which is quite a bit more than $180.
Okay, so Jack Kirby leaves Marvel. DC says, oh, we want you to just redo what you did at Marvel because you were like the main creator. Most people would agree. And he said, all right, cool. I got this freaking whole universe to make. And it lasted for like a little over a year and a half. He had New Gods. He had Forever People. He had Mr. Miracle. And New Gods spawned so many other characters that were incorporated into the fourth world. So in issue 1, you got a bunch of first appearances, okay? But the big thing is, increase of 275%, it's all because of the animation of the Tom King Mr. Miracle run. So it's very safe to say if you're speccing on any characters from that show, it's going to be within these fourth world comics, which you should already be up on no matter what if you're a comic fan.
It's a little complicated. It's a little dense, like a lot of Jack Kirby stuff. I gave this a shot back in the day, and yeah, this old New God stuff is dense and confusing. However, there is a modernized retelling that's actually coming out right now from Ram V and artist Evan Cagle called The New Gods. I believe it's a 12-issue series. It's probably about halfway done right now. Pretty good, pretty confusing. It's supposed to be confusing in my opinion. So yeah, give that a shot if you need kind of a modernized introduction to all these characters and concepts.
Join the mystery mail call, support the show, 1 per box. Bad Idea Takeover. It's official. Ryan freaking Benjamin, ASM 300 homage on this first title that's being massively distributed to comic stores around the world via Bad Idea. They were a very boutique direct-to-shop store for years, and they've grown so much, and they landed so hard with Planet Death number 1, and we got a 1 per box with sketch variants going out at random. We pack 4 to 5 comics in every single box. We got back issues, random keys, incentives, goodies. We just hook up all of our members and you support the show directly. $34.99 every single month, comictom.com. Join the community. Number 2 on the list, Mr. Miracle number 4. Believe it or not, rarer than issue number 1, we have the first appearance of Big Barda, the love interest of Mr. Miracle, who, if you've read Mr. Miracle, you know is going to be a major prominent character in this animation. And we're seeing $100 average sales, $700 for a recent 9.6. We haven't seen a 9.8 hit the market since 2023. They just don't come up. There's only 13 copies that exist. That is abysmal. Less than Mr. Miracle number 1, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because this is like Jack Kirby. This is when he was going all in at DC. And these books did not perform well at DC. And to this day, I don't think get nearly enough love, but they're getting their time in the sun right now. I love it.
And Big Barda is badass. I will always recommend reading Tom King's Mr. Miracle run. And if you have, like Tom
Kelly
mentioned,
Thompson, dude.
Sure. Kelly Thompson is also writing Birds of Prey right now, which features Big Barda on the team. That is one of the most successful, popular books over at DC right now. Go give that book a shot, especially if you want some more Big Barda in your life. And who doesn't?
Hit the like and subscribe. The number 1 most trending book in the world is The King of Comics from 1971. Came out the same year. The last 2 books on the list this week, taking over 30% of our list this week. Jack Kirby, Mr. Miracle number freaking 1.
Correct. The original Mr. Miracle number 1, unlike last week where we saw the Tom King version, this one is from 1971. Again, $200 average sales, 513% increase in copies sold because people are looking at Mr. Miracle for the first time in a very, very long time, it seems. I want to pull out my collection of the Tom King book and give that a reread. It's been a very long time, but it is very much worth reading again.
This is one of those books where you can get it for super cheap and low grade. High grade, they're ghosts. Only 20 copies at a 9.8. The last 9.8 sold in February of this year for $6,300. I expect if an issue 4 comes to market, it's going to outdo that 9.8 by over $1,000 easy because there's only 13 of those on the census. These are books in 9.8 that come up maybe once every other year.
And as a reader, I think, at least based on my perspective of the other fellow readers in the community, I feel like there's a little more love for Big Barda than there is for Mr. Miracle in the community. So I don't disagree. I feel like, especially because her appearance in issue 4 is a little more hard to find than number 1, maybe that's where the value is. But either way, it's very much worth reading. 2
reasons to really get hyped about Mr. Miracle if you just don't know the character. Obviously, read the Tom King run. But the Tom King run is a tribute to Jack Kirby. Like the whole thing is all Jack Kirby. It's one of the best pieces of narrative content that's ever been made to tribute one of the most, if not the most important person to ever draw on canvas for the comic book community. And then separate to all of that, Mr. Miracle is a Jack Kirby creation based off of freaking Steranko.
That's correct. I forgot about that. Yep.
The Escape Artist, The Magician, the freaking Silver Age classic artist Jim Steranko. You got to read Mr. Miracle, and you should read all of the Fourth World Run. This is when Jack Kirby went full Jack Kirby, you know? He gave it his all. He built his own universe. This is all like his vision, and it's not very long. There's not really an excuse to not take the time to read like the 18 issues that there are.
It's not very long, but it's very dense and very confusing. So good luck.
Enjoy it for the art
Exactly.
at least. And
Yes.
of course,
Of course.
as always,
Geek responsibly.
enough said. And that's the end of the video. Join our SMS group, our text message group on comictom.com. That's where we source all of our giveaway winners. I'm going to give everybody one more week to get one of our Fantastic Four foils that we're going to be giving away next week. But also, Bad Idea has graciously donated one of their very few cul-de-sac stake through CGC slab. Have you seen this?
I saw that. I didn't know we were getting one.
We're getting one. We're going to be giving that away, but that doesn't come out till next month. So even more reason to join the SMS group because we're doing more than one giveaway every week.
Interesting.
Now, so
Okay. That's a cool looking book too. It's got a stake through it, like vampire style. You got to check it out.
we'll see you next week.